MTash, I have absolutely no hate towards MTash. I think MTash is amazing. I absolutely love his work. Right now, Wuthering Waves, like at least for smaller content creators, I think they're a bit in trouble. And I'm gonna explain why, because he said I got access to Wuthering Waves early. Seeing him in here gives me full proof that there is 100% a private server for specific content creators. And if I could be quite frank, that is gonna affect a lot of smaller creators that are gonna get into guides. And I'm actually kind of glad that I'm not trying to go 100% in on guides. I'm not saying that you can't grow from it, but you will be at a disadvantage 100%. If these creators are already first in line, making the content and putting it out before you is gonna be tough, bro.
Need to have a discussion.
Okay.
I currently have access to Wuthering Waves.
And I'm gonna assume that this is like the newest build right now. So he's playing the newest build right now.
I'm doing a sponsored video.
Okay, cool.
And I have every character in here. Now I am trying to coordinate with Hero Games.
Okay.
And see what can I show you officially. But I mean, any of this could be in the sponsored video. I don't think there's any problem with this. But I have every single character. I've got weapons.
Bro.
I've got their kits. I've even
That's
got
crazy.
clips of some of them so I can show
Okay,
them.
so he already has a guide for all of them. I'm gonna just let you know right now. Like, if you're a guide maker, I'm sorry, bro, but MTash already has all of it down packed. And that's just one person. Like, I'm pretty sure 1010's in there. Like, I'm not giving no hate, bro. Like, this is absolutely no hate. I'm just saying, I'm looking out for the smaller people right now. You know, like, I'm just letting you know, it's gonna be tough. You gotta try to either figure out a way to stand out immensely or maybe go a different route, you know?
What they do, I could hypothetically review every character in the game.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Do.
Oh,
I want
God.
to show off
Okay.
every single unit and discuss, are they good? How do they feel? Who seems to work with them? And I've already, started making some notes on what would work and who has cool passives.
Another thing that I want to point out and say is that right now, we already experienced this first with Honkai Star Rail, right? I'm pretty sure either Honkai Star Rail or Genshin did it first. I don't know who did it first. But this is becoming a trend, guys. So if you are a small creator and thinking like, hey, I want to start playing gacha games, I want to cover gacha games, I want to cover Wuthering Waves, this is starting to become a trend. Every single upcoming gacha game, Project Mugen, Azure, Promilia, any other game that comes out, it looks like this is going to be a thing that they are going to develop and implement while they're trying to market their games. It looks like they're going to start trying to snag content creators, put them in a private server, have them test the game, and actually allow them to post content early on. So just keep that in mind if you ever decide to maybe get into these types of games, that this might be a recurring thing. And I'm just glad that I'm trying to figure out my own content right now and just not really trying to go all in on guides, even though they probably would perform well, but I'm trying to just do my own thing, honestly.
A quick example of this is I've got this Jinyan guy who's an arrow damage dealer, and the outro skill of this guy is a passive that boosts up arrow damage by 30% for 14 seconds when I exit this character. So I can swap off this unit, head over to Jinyan.
Jinyan, oh my God, this guy.
So I can already start seeing some
butchered his name.
Potential. Wuthering Waves is dropping on May 22nd. That gives me about a week, a little bit more than a week, that I could go through every single character, every single kit.
Dude, this is crazy.
And test them. Get an idea of who is good. But
I know he said it twice.
The caveat to that is I do not know who will get nerfed or changed or description changed.
And that is a big thing. So many people are putting out guides, and I learned my lesson. I remember, I think Legions posted a tweet saying like something about like the guide stuff, right? And I mentioned and I replied and I said, look, I learned my lesson making guides in CBT1, because when I made guides on CBT1, I made a guide for every single character. And when I made it, they performed horribly because it came out at the same time as Honkai Star Rail. So they performed really bad. Okay, some of them did good, some of them did bad. I posted some later on and they performed very well, but too much has changed. And that's the problem with these guides and all these like little tips that people are giving out. I'll tell you right now, a lot of people are giving out tips and they probably haven't even played the game. I'm gonna just tell you right now. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the information is probably not accurate. You know, like when the game officially comes out, May 23rd, we're gonna have the most accurate information. All the numbers are gonna be accurate. So like, that's my problem with when I start looking at guides. I don't know how to trust a person.
Which one it was, but this character had the wrong descriptions on some of these passives. It was
all of them like, did. Most of them
arrow
did.
damage and all this stuff, even though she doesn't do arrow damage. And I noticed on the main character, again, there was one in here that was like the wrong damage type or something like that, but it seems
fusion.
Like it's
oh my god, it's still there?
Here. Now I don't know if these numbers will change.
Bro, this is still there? This is an old build. Increased fusion damage by, that's still there? I don't know what build this is that he's on. I don't understand why this is still there. Doesn't make sense to me.
Here. Now, I don't know if these numbers will change and all these different things. I don't know if any of these weapons will change.
The weapons are probably going to change. All that's going to change. It kind of scares me a little bit, guys. I'm not going to lie. Like, if that information is still there, he's in a private server. Like, I don't know. That's kind of wild.
I'm going to get my answer.
And we're right around the corner. Like, Wuthering Waves is about to release.
Hopefully in the near future from Kuro Games. And my hope is that I can just start releasing these as soon as possible. If not, the most likely thing is I have to wait until the actual launch of the game to post the videos because I can't do it early. That being said, some people have already reviewed the characters on the closed beta too. They've made some videos about what they do and they've shown it off. And that's been okay. So I don't understand why I wouldn't be able to.
Because you're in a private server. It's probably not the same build as the one that, for instance, I tried in CBT2. The one that I tried in CBT2, you had a different version than I did. So your information was completely different and probably more private. Maybe that information shouldn't be out yet. Maybe they're just waiting for release. I don't know.
So Kuro Games, I hope I don't get in trouble. I hope you're not mad at me, but I got a really cool thing here. I want to show it off. I want to help the community out.
Okay, that's okay. The intentions are good, but it's still bad for everyone else. Like it almost feels like no one could get a fair shot at these games and growth. I'm not saying that the opportunity is not there, but it feels like it's gonna be harder for someone smaller. And I know probably someone's gonna be like, oh dude, like you just have to work harder, or dude, like maybe your content just sucks. But like, even if the content is good, even if you know what you're doing on YouTube, it's still harder to grow. You're still at a disadvantage no matter what. I personally don't think it's fair. I mean, I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comment section below or in the Twitch chat or YouTube chat, whatever the case is. And I mean, I don't mind having a conversation about that topic because, I mean, do you guys think it's fair? Do you think everyone should have an equal shot at making the content? If they're smaller creators and big creators, do you think they all should have the same timeline opportunity of posting on content at the same time? Or do you think that maybe based off like the game's growth, like maybe this is just like another marketing strategy, right? Like this is probably essential for the game to thrive and survive, right? So they need to hire these bigger content creators that have massive audience to ensure that there's going to be more players coming to the game, ensure that the game will survive and not die. You know, like there's a lot of things to consider. I mean, there's two sides to it. You know, I'm open to hearing both sides, but you let me know in the comment section below about that, because that is a pretty interesting topic, you know.
I want to make the best guides possible for this game. I am going to spend the next week or so researching everything, and I want to give you as much knowledge as I possibly can. Tips, tricks, all these different things. I want to be your guy for the Wuthering Waves. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because once this game launches, I am going to be going absolutely ham. We're going to be streaming it, making multiple videos daily, most likely, potentially up to 3 videos in a day, because I love covering games like this. I want to get all the characters as best I can. I haven't decided yet if I want to do a minor spending account where I get like a copy of everyone, or honestly, I think I'm going to go free to play. I like the free-to-play journey. I just like the feel of challenge and not having every single option at my disposal. I like having to save up.
I'm gonna have every option.
Get a character that unlocks a build. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. That's how
No,
I
I'm gonna
am.
have every
I think
I'm gonna
that's
have
how
every
I
character.
play.
100%.
For right now, with Wuthering Waves, it will be my main game for a while.
Nice, same.
I
Me too.
will try to cover, HSR or Genshin news if I feel like it.
I won't.
But I
won't. I'm 100% on this, bro.
I need to get addicted to something. I want to cover this game. It looks exciting to me, and I don't know how long that will last. But for right now, I am currently in the camp of I'm going to grind Wuthering Waves. That is going to be 95% of my content for the next month or so.
Nice.
If you don't like that, if you don't want to see this game, I get it. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. I understand I might not be making content that you want to watch for the next little bit.
This is kind of nice,
but
bro.
I always do, dabble back in other games, and I am a channel that will evolve and I will change. So I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. I'm going all in on Wuthering Waves because it just excites me. It's something new. It's something I want to play. And if there's a hot new...
Honestly, like, even though this video is kind of like sad in the terms of like, the smaller content creators, but also it's like good and bad. There's a lot of positives and negatives, right? I mean, I'm overall excited to see MTash being like extremely committed to Wuthering Waves, as so probably other content creators that we haven't even like seen like come out of the shadows yet. We don't know. There's probably gonna be other ones coming out that might surprise you, bro. Who knows, man? I don't know. We need to have a discussion about this in the comment section below. Please let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this. I mean, dude, honestly, there's just too much to think about when it comes to this, especially for me as a content creator. Like, I'm already gonna be behind. Like, if he does make all those guides, it's great that, the content's gonna be out there, but I don't know, man. For guide makers, it's gonna be really tough if you don't have this advantage. Like, of course, there is you could make it an evergreen piece of content. Maybe a video will pop off, but you're still at a disadvantage. It still sucks, So I'm really curious to see what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know. Do you think this is a good thing, or do you think it's not fair? Like, I personally, I'm on both. Like, I'm very neutral with this because I understand why it's happening. But I also feel like, damn, like, is my growth not gonna be as good, or does my content just suck and I need to like step it up? Like, is it just that? Do I need to go more above and beyond? Do I have to work harder? I don't know. I don't know what it is, like, that's why I'm playing all this stuff by ear, and I'm just gonna try my very best and really enjoy my first global launch game I've ever covered or played. Like, I've never actually covered a game before launch, or even played a game on launch, so it's gonna be overall exciting nonetheless. So we'll see. But with that being said, see you guys soon.